What up, everybody? It's your boy DJ on SkinnyJeans.tv on the Break Bread podcast. So it's a wrap up of the year. We've had some great content for the year. So I thought that this is the time that we probably just wrap everything up. There's been stories on the blog that have been doing amazingly. So I'm going to go down through each story, tell you guys about each story and why you guys liked it. Now, the first story is, you guys showed some love to the AKA, the retreat kind of story. I actually love that because, AKA always goes outside of the studio to do his recording process. Albums like a lot of albums that he's actually done. Be Careful What You Wish For. With the Nati, that was done in hotels. But I guess what I'm trying to actually bring about is the fact that moving out of the studio and doing stories outside of the studio is great, and it just gives a different feel. People are around, the crew's around, and all that kind of stuff. The second most exciting story as well that we dropped, we looked at AD Global. AD was doing production on Youngster's album 3T. The story here is that 80's always been, alongside Youngster. But what's dope about the story is that the process in actually making the album. Some songs were done a long time ago, and they just made it onto the album as well, which is very dope. The other story that caught you guys' attention, which I absolutely loved, was we looked at I won't say the beef, what is the beef between Casper and AKA, but what's dope was that it was Ciroc and the whole watermelon saga. So what we basically did is looked at data and kind of saw who was trending and how both these artists actually helped themselves in getting the traction for their respective brands. So that's story number 3. The other story, we looked at camps, hip-hop camps. And the camps that excited you guys was Punchline. We kind of went in depth into each artist, what each artist kind of brings. Luna Ferrantino with his album or tape that he dropped, Prince of Mufftown, which is dope because, it's actually very rare that hip-hop groups and camps are still in South Africa right now. So bringing these guys on board and talking about them was very dope for the blog, and I also enjoyed it. So that's part 1 of the hip hop camps and blah blah blah, and I'm babbling now. What do you think? Okay, then the other story, what did I do? What did I do? Okay, let me talk about hip hop. Cool. 3, 2, 1. What up, everybody? It's your boy. I'm just playing. It's just do on SkinnyJeans.tv on the Break Bread podcast. Okay, I mustn't move. On the Break Bread podcast. What up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Ndudo. I'm just playing. It's the SkinnyJeans.tv on the Break Bread podcast. People have been asking my opinion on hip hop this year, on SA hip hop. Guys, I have to admit, I agree with your sentiment. I agree that this year has been weird, man. A lot of artists, were they dropping? I don't think they were dropping as much music. Many people are talking about the unity in SA hip hop and how it's lacking. And I think the biggest factor is that the music suffered this year. I think not many artists were releasing music. I think fans were looking for different types of tastes. And maybe our hip-hop artists were actually lazy this year. Maybe this year wasn't the year compared to other years. Was there a breakout young artist this year? There wasn't. Nasty C has been the breakout artist. Focalistic is making strides. But not many people are coming in SA hip-hop, which is a problem because as fans, we're suffering. So SA hip-hop in 2019 is not the same, man. And in 2020, a lot of things have to change. A lot of things have to evolve in the game. I'm a brand guy, and whenever I sit in these boardrooms with corporates and clients, hip hop is still big. People still want to associate themselves with hip hop. But most of the time, we're finding the same artists. We're doing the same moves. I mean, the brand deals this year. I wasn't that excited, to be honest with you. You know, I wasn't that like enthused on the moves that were being made. The rollout campaigns. The likes of Castle Lights have had the same campaign year in, year out. Even the whole thing of bringing in global artists. People are doing it now. Tilly brought Wale the other day. Rick Ross is coming here like it's second home. You know, so I basically feel that...
Mos Def living in Cape Town.
Mos Def doesn't live in Cape Town anymore. Does he?
He lives in Cape Town.
He moved.
No, my nigga, he didn't move.
You think Mos Def...
He got kicked the fuck out of United States. Where is he gonna go? Cape Town is his home now.
Okay, so I know that Mos Def is not in Cape Town.
Oh, okay.
Mos Def left.
Yeah, well, they kicked him out of South Africa as well.
Okay, cool. So...
Because he knew too much about America.
Is that a bad thing?
No, I don't really give a shit.
Okay, you don't give a shit. Well, hip-hop...
Sounds like Mos Def problem.
Sounds like a Mos Def problem, but I have to say that hip-hop this year, man, hasn't been the same. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. Maybe because I'm reading too much. But
New school is different, dude.
You think new school is different?
Very different. Compared to old school hip-hop, fuck, new school doesn't compare.
So are the new school...
Lyrically...
But people aren't looking for lyrics these days.
Yeah, well, so what are you looking for? For fucking beats? Then you might just as well listen to house music.
It's the lifestyle. People are more into the lifestyle now.
Nah,
Have you heard of Amapiano?
Stay true to what you listen to.
Hey, I thought you didn't want to talk on this podcast. You're loving the topic, ne?
Yeah.
So you're saying that new school artists are they killing the game?
Yeah, definitely. Like compared to, but there's a lot of guys out there that like very underground that nobody really listens to, which is really really dope lyrically, and their beats is awesome. Like Slane and Vinny Paz.
All these people, Vinny Paz.
Mortal Technique. Compared to fucking Lil Wayne and fucking what's his name?
Lil Wayne hasn't dropped music in a long time.
Because he's now a rock star.
Look, hip hop has actually got different opinions, and that's the beauty of hip hop, that you can have many different opinions. SA hip hop, I feel, just to circle back, is that we've reached the point where it is very hard for artists to break out. The game has always been doing the same things over and over again. And I mean, where do you go? Where do you go to find the new artist, the new up-and-coming breaking artist now? You know, so I don't know, man. 2020 has to be interesting. It has to be different. And I think the moves that we're making have to be also calculated and very different as well, you know? Because at the end of the day, guys like me who are doing podcasts, we're going to run out of content. We're going to run out of the things that we need to talk about. And people that are going to have many different opinions. People are always going to bring back Lil Wayne. I mean, Lil Wayne hasn't released music in a long time.
Besides Lil Wayne, the Takeshi 69,
Oh,
Little
by the way,
all these fucking names, like really, dude. Guys don't even call themselves fucking real names anymore.
I actually dig that. So, do you think there's something in hip hop artists' names?
Dude, not just that, like the way the old like 90s was the like Ice Cube and
I like that, Snoop Dogg,
and, like, you know, the old
Big
guys,
Pun,
Game, like those boys.
Wow.
They were the pioneers of all these new school little boys that color their teeth in the rainbow colors and
wow.
they did the shit.
You just actually made me realize something interesting. The names in hip hop, the names of artists. That's such
Exhibit, like, you know, like those were the guys. Those were the guys that used to produce Cypress Hill. You know, that's old school shit.
Nah.
Respect for that.
And
those guys really used to write decent music compared to the shit that we hear these days. Mostly about the how much money he's got and hoes and all that shit. Those guys used to sing about real life.
By the way, let's go back to the names. So you think artist names say something about the artist?
Well, Takeshi 69 good. There's nothing to say about him.
That's so true.
Boy is lost.
This guy actually just dropped a huge gem in how an artist's name actually reveals the type of music the artist is about. That's so dope, man. Exhibit, Snoop Dogg, The Game, Dr. Dre,
Yeah, Dr. Dre.
Eminem. Where now you compare it to like Lil Pump, Lil Baby,
Fuck, what the
Low-
fuck? Are you for real?
Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh no way, dude.
Stop recording. Stop. Keep on going, Diva. Lil Uzi Vert. So all these names are like weird names, right?
Sounds like some fucking dodgy shit to me.
I don't know, man. I think like I feel the names are actually interesting.
Like what's his name? Fucking Post Malone and all like. This dude is got tattoos all over his face. He looks like an idiot. Like really, you wanna fucking be gangster, you know? You don't put tattoos on your face and think that you're so fucking hardcore.
So you feel that these guys aren't hardcore?
I feel like they are just riding, you know, they hang out with gangsters, but they surely ain't one themselves. That's for sure.
Do you think tattoos are gangster?
That's not that I think tattoos are gangster, they are gangster.
So I'm gangster.
Unless you're getting gang